Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Better English, where English is real, friendly, and usable in your life. I'm Emma.
And I'm Leo. Emma, can I ask you something?
Of course, go ahead.
When you're speaking English, do you ever feel like you're being too direct?
What do you mean?
Like you want to disagree with someone, but you're worried it will sound rude.
Oh, absolutely. In my language, I can disagree easily, but in English, I worry about sounding impolite.
Exactly. And that's why today's topic is so important.
We're talking about giving opinions in English.
Because how you say something is just as important as what you say.
You can have the same opinion, but say it two different ways, and one sounds polite while the other sounds rude.
So today we'll teach you how to share your thoughts, agree, disagree, and give opinions naturally. And before we start, quick favor.
If you're enjoying Better English, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up.
Share it with your friends learning English.
Okay, Leo, what's your opinion on pineapple pizza?
Oh no, not this debate.
See, you have a strong opinion, but how would you express it politely?
I could say, I'm not a fan of pineapple pizza.
Perfect. I'm not a fan is polite.
It's softer than saying I hate it.
Much softer. Let's look at basic opinion phrases.
The simplest one is I think.
I think that movie was great.
It's neutral, not too strong, not too weak.
What about I believe?
I believe is slightly stronger.
I believe this is the right decision.
In my opinion is great for formal situations.
In my opinion, the company should hire more staff.
What about to be honest?
To be honest, I didn't enjoy the party.
It prepares the listener for your real opinion.
But don't overuse it, or people might think you're not usually honest.
Now let's talk about strong opinions.
You can say, I strongly believe,
I strongly believe we need to address climate change.
or I'm convinced that.
Convinced means you're completely sure.
I'm convinced that exercise improves mental health.
Another is I'm certain that.
I'm certain that she's the right person for this job.
These show confidence without being rude.
Now, what about when you're not sure?
Good question. You can't always be certain.
Exactly. So we use phrases that show uncertainty.
Like, I'm not sure, but I think.
I'm not sure, but I think the meeting is at 3 p.m.
Or I could be wrong, but
I could be wrong, but I think he said Tuesday.
as far as I know, the store closes at 9 p.m.
These show you're open to being corrected.
They make you sound humble and reasonable.
Humble means not too proud or confident. Now let's talk about agreeing.
This is important because conversations are about responding to others too.
Right. The simplest is I agree.
But there are more interesting ways.
Like, I couldn't agree more.
This means you agree 100%, completely.
I couldn't agree more. That restaurant is amazing.
What about exactly?
Exactly is enthusiastic agreement.
Someone says the traffic here is terrible, and you say exactly.
It's supportive and shows you relate.
Or that's true.
That's true. I never thought about it that way.
Absolutely shows strong agreement.
Do you think we should call her? Absolutely.
It's more emphatic than just yes.
Emphatic means showing strong feeling or emphasis.
You have a point is useful when someone says something you hadn't considered.
You have a point. I didn't think about the cost.
It shows you're listening and thinking.
I see what you mean shows understanding.
I see what you mean. That makes sense.
Even if you don't fully agree yet. Now the tricky part, disagreeing politely.
Oh boy, this is where a lot of learners struggle.
I know, because in many cultures, direct disagreement is normal.
But in English-speaking cultures, we tend to soften disagreement.
We don't want to hurt feelings or create conflict.
So how do we disagree politely?
Never say you're wrong.
Never? That sounds very aggressive.
Almost never. It sounds harsh.
So what should you say instead?
Try, I see your point, but.
I see your point, but I think we need more time.
This acknowledges their opinion before giving yours.
What about I understand what you're saying, but...
Perfect. I understand what you're saying, but I have a different perspective.
Perspective means point of view.
Right. Another good one is, I'm afraid I disagree.
I'm afraid I disagree is very British, very polite.
I am afraid I disagree with that assessment.
Why do we say I'm afraid?
It's a softener. It shows you're sorry to disagree.
It sounds apologetic without actually apologizing.
Exactly. What about, I'm not sure I agree with that?
This is gentler because you're expressing doubt.
I'm not sure I agree with that. Can you explain more?
That's great because it invites discussion.
For stronger disagreement, say, I respectfully disagree.
I respectfully disagree with that decision.
This is formal but firm.
It shows you disagree, but you respect the other person,
I beg to differ is formal and old-fashioned.
but still used professionally.
I beg to differ. The data shows something different. Now let's talk about our phrasal verbs.
Oh, good. I love phrasal verbs. They make you sound so natural.
They do. Our first one is agree with.
I agree with you, or I agree with that idea.
Notice the preposition with,
You agree with someone or with something.
not agree to someone. That's wrong.
What's the difference between agree with and agree to?
Good question. Agree with is for opinions and people.
I agree with Emma.
Agree to is for accepting plans or proposals.
I agree to the terms of the contract.
See the difference?
Yes, one is about opinions, the other is about accepting something.
Our next phrasal verb is point out.
Point out means to mention something or draw attention to it.
I'd like to point out that we're running out of time.
She pointed out an error in my report.
It's useful for politely correcting or adding information.
What about bring up?
Bring up means to introduce a topic in conversation.
He brought up an interesting point during the meeting.
I need to bring up something important.
You're introducing a new topic or issue.
Exactly. Our next one is think over.
Think over means to consider something carefully.
Let me think it over and get back to you.
I need time to think over your proposal.
It shows you're taking the decision seriously.
What about come around?
Come around means to change your opinion and start agreeing.
At first, I disagreed, but I've come around to your way of thinking.
She didn't like the idea initially, but she came around.
It's a positive phrase showing someone changed their mind.
Our last phrasal verb is stand by.
Stand by means to continue supporting an opinion or decision.
I stand by what I said earlier.
I stand by my decision. I think it was right.
It shows firmness and commitment,
Even when others disagree?
especially when others disagree.
Let's practice. We're discussing a movie.
Great idea. Okay, Leo, what did you think of the movie?
To be honest, I wasn't impressed. The plot was confusing.
Really? I have to disagree. I thought it was quite clever.
I see your point, but the ending didn't make sense to me.
That's interesting. Can I point out something you might have missed?
Of course, go ahead.
There was a scene in the middle that explained the ending.
Oh, you know what? You might be right. I did check my phone at one point.
That could be why it seemed confusing.
I'm willing to give it another chance. Maybe I'll watch it again.
See, we disagreed politely using our phrases.
We used I have to disagree and I see your point.
We stayed respectful even though we had different opinions.
Now let's try a work scenario.
Okay, Leo, I think we should launch in December.
I'm not sure I agree with that timing.
Why not?
Well, December is busy. People focus on holidays.
You have a point there, but we could get holiday shoppers.
That's true, but I'd like to bring up another concern.
What's that?
Our team will be short-staffed due to vacations.
I hadn't thought about that. Let me think it over.
Take your time. We should make the right decision.
You know what? I'm coming around to your perspective. January might be better.
I think so too. We'll have a fresh start to the year.
Perfect example of professional disagreement.
We listened to each other and found a better solution.
Now, common mistakes when giving opinions.
Oh, this is really helpful. What's the first mistake?
Being too direct. Many learners say that's wrong or you're wrong.
And that sounds harsh in English.
Very harsh. Instead say, I'm not sure that's correct or I have a different view.
What's another mistake?
Not giving reasons for your opinion.
What do you mean?
If you just say, I disagree and stop, it sounds dismissive.
Dismissive means treating something as not important.
Right. So always add because and give a reason.
I disagree because I think the data shows something different.
Exactly. It makes your opinion stronger and more credible.
Credible means believable or trustworthy.
Another mistake is being too apologetic.
Some learners say, I'm sorry, but I think for every opinion.
You don't need to apologize for having an opinion.
It makes you sound unsure and lacking confidence.
Just state it clearly and politely.
I believe we should take a different approach.
No apology needed. Perfect.
How do you ask for opinions?
Oh, great topic. You should know how to ask others what they think.
The simplest way is, what do you think?
What do you think about this idea?
Or what's your opinion?
More formally, what's your take on this?
Take means opinion or perspective in this context.
What's your take on the new policy?
You can also say, how do you feel about?
How do you feel about working remotely?
This is slightly more personal, asking about feelings.
Another good one is, do you have any thoughts on?
Do you have any thoughts on the budget proposal?
This is professional and open-ended.
Open-ended means it allows for a detailed response.
Right, not just yes or no.
What about when you want someone to elaborate?
Elaborate means explain in more detail.
You can say, could you explain what you mean?
Could you elaborate on that point?
I'd like to hear more about your reasoning.
Reasoning means the thinking behind your opinion.
These phrases encourage deeper discussion.
Now, two important words, objective and subjective.
Objective means based on facts, not personal feelings.
Let's try to be objective about this decision.
And the opposite is subjective.
Subjective means based on personal opinions and feelings.
Art is subjective. Everyone has different tastes.
Understanding this difference is important in discussions. Let's talk about hedging language.
Hedging? What's that?
Hedging is when you make your statement less definite or strong,
Why would you do that?
to sound more polite and less aggressive.
Give me an example.
Instead of, this is a bad idea, you say, this might not be the best approach.
Oh, I see. You're softening the criticism.
Exactly. Words like might, could, perhaps, and possibly are hedging words.
Perhaps we should consider other options.
It could be better to wait until next month.
These sound much more diplomatic.
Diplomatic means tactful and polite, especially in difficult situations.
What about sort of and kind of?
Those are also hedging phrases, but more casual.
It's sort of expensive.
I'm kind of tired.
They make your statement less obsolete.
Right, but don't overuse them in professional settings,
Why not?
because they can make you sound uncertain or wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy means unable to make firm decisions.
Exactly. Use them occasionally, not constantly.
Another useful word is valid.
Valid means reasonable and based on good reasoning.
That's a valid point.
Your concerns are completely valid.
It shows you recognize the worth of someone's argument. What about partial agreement?
Partial agreement is when you agree with some parts, but not all.
This happens a lot in real conversations.
You can say, I agree to some extent, but,
I agree to some extent, but I think we need more research.
or you're partly right, but.
You're partly right, but there are other factors to consider.
Another good one is, I agree up to a point.
I agree up to a point, but I think the situation is more complex.
These are great for nuanced discussions.
Nuanced means having subtle differences or details.
Right. Not everything is black and white.
For balanced opinions, use on the one hand, on the other hand.
On the one hand, remote work offers flexibility. On the other hand, it can feel isolating.
This shows you've considered multiple perspectives.
What about while I also think?
While I understand the concerns, I also think we should move forward.
These structures show balanced thinking.
Having said that, introduces a contrasting point.
I think the plan is good. Having said that, we should address the budget issues.
It introduces a contrasting point after your main point.
Very useful in professional discussions.
And here's an important word, biased.
Biased means unfairly favoring one side.
We need an unbiased opinion from someone outside the team.
Try not to be biased when making this decision.
It's important to recognize when we might be biased. How do you express strong disagreement politely?
This is the hardest one, right?
It can be, but there are ways to do it.
How?
Start with acknowledgement, then state your disagreement.
I understand where you're coming from, but I fundamentally disagree with that approach.
I respect your opinion, however, I have serious concerns about this plan.
The key is showing respect first.
Exactly, even when you strongly disagree.
What about in casual situations with friends?
With friends, you can be more direct.
No way, I totally disagree.
Are you kidding? That's crazy.
But that's too casual for work.
Definitely too casual. Know your audience.
Your audience is who you're speaking to.
Right. Adjust your language based on the situation.
How do you admit you were wrong?
Sometimes you realize you were wrong. How do you say it gracefully?
You can say, you know what? You've changed my mind.
You've convinced me. I think you're right.
I've had a change of heart.
A change of heart means changing your opinion or feeling.
I didn't support the idea before, but I've had a change of heart.
It shows you recognize the worth of someone's argument. What about partial agreement?
Partial agreement is when you agree with some parts, but not all.
This happens a lot in real conversations.
You can say, I agree to some extent, but,
I agree to some extent, but I think we need more research.
or you're partly right, but.
You're partly right, but there are other factors to consider.
Another good one is, I agree up to a point.
I agree up to a point, but I think the situation is more complex.
These are great for nuanced discussions.
Nuanced means having subtle differences or details.
Right. Not everything is black and white.
For balanced opinions, use on the one hand, on the other hand.
On the one hand, remote work offers flexibility. On the other hand, it can feel isolating.
This shows you've considered multiple perspectives.
What about while I also think?
While I understand the concerns, I also think we should move forward.
These structures show balanced thinking.
Having said that, introduces a contrasting point.
I think the plan is good. Having said that, we should address the budget issues.
It introduces a contrasting point after your main point.
Very useful in professional discussions.
And here's an important word, biased.
Biased means unfairly favoring one side.
We need an unbiased opinion from someone outside the team.
Try not to be biased when making this decision.
It's important to recognize when we might be biased. How do you express strong disagreement politely?
This is the hardest one, right?
It can be, but there are ways to do it.
How?
Start with acknowledgement, then state your disagreement.
I understand where you're coming from, but I fundamentally disagree with that approach.
I respect your opinion, however, I have serious concerns about this plan.
The key is showing respect first.
Exactly, even when you strongly disagree.
What about in casual situations with friends?
With friends, you can be more direct.
No way, I totally disagree.
Are you kidding? That's crazy.
But that's too casual for work.
Definitely too casual. Know your audience.
Your audience is who you're speaking to.
Right. Adjust your language based on the situation.
How do you admit you were wrong?
Sometimes you realize you were wrong. How do you say it gracefully?
You can say, you know what? You've changed my mind.
You've convinced me. I think you're right.
I've had a change of heart.
A change of heart means changing your opinion or feeling.
I didn't support the idea before, but I've had a change of heart.
You can also say, I've reconsidered.
After thinking about it more, I've reconsidered my position.
This shows you're thoughtful and open-minded.
Open-minded means willing to consider new ideas.
It's actually a strength to change your mind when presented with good reasons.
Absolutely. It shows intelligence and flexibility. Okay, let's review quickly.
We learned opinion phrases. I think, I believe, in my opinion.
Agreement? I couldn't agree more. Absolutely. You have a point.
Polite disagreement. I see your point, but, and I respectfully disagree.
6 phrasal verbs. Agree with, point out, bring up, think over, come around, stand by, and go along with.
Hedging language to soften opinions.
Balanced opinions using on the one hand, on the other hand.
The most important thing, how you say something matters as much as what you say.
Politeness and respect are built into English.
Even strong disagreement can be respectful.
And that makes your opinion more persuasive.
Persuasive means convincing.
People listen better when you're respectful.
Now, we have a challenge for you.
In the comments, share your opinion about learning English.
Use at least 2 phrases we learned today.
We'll read every comment and give feedback.
If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to Better English.
Give us a like and share with your friends.
Thank you for spending time with us.
Keep practicing and expressing your opinions confidently.
Your voice matters. Find the English words to share it.
See you in the next episode.
Happy learning.
Stay confident.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.